Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, we're going green with a focus on a few initiatives designed to improve our bottom line and our quality of life at the same time. We'll meet the winners of this year's Green Workplace Challenge and find out how much money they've been able to save just by being smarter about energy consumption. And we'll get an update on progress toward a more energy efficient built environment in our region by 2030. But first, the legislation to give an assist to electric bikes. Now, we're not talking about motorcycles here, but actual bicycles with electric motors. Given our terrain, it may sound like a great idea, but motorized vehicles of any kind are often banned from the network of trails that are expanding across our region. Other issues as well. Well, Pennsylvania Senate bill would help to clarify the rules around this sort of thing. Senator Matt Smith of Allegheny and Washington counties is sponsoring the measure. Adam Rossi is actually selling electric bikes. He runs Adam Solar Resources as well as Adam Solar Rides. And welcome. Good to have you both here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Senator, I'm going to come back to legislation in a moment. First, I got to ask Adam, what exactly is an electric bike all about? How's it different from a motorcycle or a regular bike?
So, electric bikes are bicycles at heart. It's meant to be ridden and pedaled like a normal bike. It just has the ability to level the playing field pretty much for anyone that wants to ride one. So the bikes have lithium-ion battery packs usually built into the frame, a rear hub motor in the back, sometimes a mid-drive motor, and it gives you a level of assist that you can choose while you're riding. So you can turn it on just a little bit and make it feel like there's a light tailwind at your back to help you all the way up to turning the assist up all the way and feeling like Superman going up a hill. I mean, we have people now that can commute where they couldn't commute before because McCardle Roadway up to Grandview Avenue, if it was too steep, now you can ride up that hill with the assist on and make it nice and easy for them.
Sounds great. Given our terrain especially, it seems like a great idea.
Yeah, and it's a tremendous idea, and like Adam said, these are really bikes. They function as bikes. They provide an electric pedal assist, and what Adam brought to my attention was a lot of folks were being pulled over because many local police departments in Pennsylvania thought that it was a moped or a motorized bike that needed to be registered under the vehicle code.
You'd need a license or something with PennDOT to do that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we want to clarify that these are bikes. They function as bikes. They do have a pedal assist. So that's what Senate Bill 997 would do. It would just clarify that these are bikes under Pennsylvania's vehicle code and make sure that individuals have the clarity and the certainty that they can enjoy these e-bikes without the fear of being pulled over and asked for a registration that they really shouldn't have for a bike.
Well, and I wonder too, because I mentioned the trails in the beginning, we've had this huge expanding network of trails. Unfortunately, they're all flat, but I would think this would be a great way to get to them, right? Can you take these kinds of bikes on a lot of the trails?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually met with one of the Gap Trail board members said they recently adopted the federal legislation, which is very similar to the state legislation that just says anything under 750 watts maximum size motor, 1 horsepower equivalent or less, has functional pedals and goes under 20 miles per hour is considered a bicycle. And then Senator Smith's bill takes it one step farther, saying that whoever would be riding it also has to be 16 years of age and the bike has to be under 100 pounds.
So there is federal legislation, and this has been happening in other states, where you're really tailoring it for Pennsylvania.
We really want it for Pennsylvania because we see it as both a quality of life issue, as you mentioned, Bill, getting to the trail or using the bike on the trail for individuals who might have a disability or senior citizens who might have a difficult time getting from their home with a regular bike up a hill to the trail. This would allow them to navigate that hill and take the bike to the trail and use the bike at the trail just as they would any other bike. And it's also really an economic issue. We have shops like Adam's in our community that are vibrant, that are successful. We want to make sure that we're providing the clarity in Pennsylvania law so that they can grow their businesses, add employees, and really grow their bottom line.
Absolutely. What, are you selling them? I mean, your shop's down, where are you located?
We're on Mayview Road in South Fayette, right off the Bridgeville exit of 79.
Sure.
And
people are buying them? You're finding customers
this has been
there?
an incredible year for us. It's really taken off. We had sort of waited for the legislation to catch up, And finally, we just launched the bike store, and we're open 5 days a week now, selling bikes, pretty much, you know, a couple bikes a week, ideally.
Well, I think I ran into you last December at a Sustainable Pittsburgh event. You started telling me about this, and you said, yeah, but there's this legislative issue because this industry's not going to take off unless we clarify the rules in Pennsylvania. So here we are.
Yep.
It's what is it now, August, and you're still grinding through the legislative process. So how's that shaping up?
Yeah,
Where does all that
grinding
stand?
through it. My bill, Senate Bill 997, tremendous bipartisan support, passed the state Senate unanimously. It's in the House Transportation Committee right now. Yeah, we're going to push aggressively for action on it in September and October before the end of the legislative session because it does enjoy such significant bipartisan support. It's a common sense issue. It's one that addresses a quality of life aspect as well as an economic aspect. So we feel good about the chances of getting it out of the House onto the governor's desk before the end of the legislative session. There's also a companion bill that came over from the House that's in the Senate Transportation Committee. So there's different vehicles, if you will, no pun intended, for this particular issue. And we feel good about the opportunity and the chance to get something done before this legislative session. Because if nothing happens before November 30th, we'll have to reintroduce the legislation next January and restart the process. And Adam is really taking the lead in the e-bike community at getting other shops throughout the state, not just in western Pennsylvania, but in southeastern Pennsylvania. I know at our press conference, I believe we had an owner from a bike shop from Chester County there.
Yeah, Gary from Hybrid Cycles was there.
And you know, to drive support throughout the state. So it's worked out really well. Adam's been a tremendous advocate for us on this bill.
And I know we only got a couple of seconds, Adam, but I know everybody's going to know, what exactly does one of these things cost?
So most of our bikes, the nice ones, are between $2,000 to $3,000, but I tell everyone, you know, from $700 up to $7,000, you can spend whatever you'd like to on an e-bike.
Well, Senator Matt Smith and Adam Rossi, thank you both so much, and good luck getting this through the legislature.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right. And next up, we'll meet the winners of the 2013-2014 Green Workplace Challenge and see how being green isn't just environmentally friendly, it's also good for the bottom line. Stay with us.